What up, YouTube? What up, boxing fans? Timothy Bradley has spoke out on the recent rumors that he's turning down a rematch with Lamont Peterson because of his injured ankle. So, what Timothy Bradley had to say was, his foot's okay. His quote is, "My foot's fine. I've been training for the past couple weeks. There's nothing wrong with his foot." So, the issue here is, he doesn't want the Lamont Peterson rematch. He doesn't see the point in it. He went down that path before, and he whooped that ass, man. He beat Lamont Peterson decisively. Why fight him again? To me, hearing about that fight, it didn't make sense. And what also didn't make sense was the fact that they were trying to throw that fight in Miami, in some kind of a stadium. That made zero sense for Timothy Bradley, especially for his first HBO date, coming off of his big win off Manny Pacquiao. So, in my opinion, that made no sense at all. And I think Timothy Bradley is making a good decision here by passing on the fight. He's sort of telling Arum, I don't want this shitty fight. I just beat Pacquiao. What am I doing fighting Lamont Peterson, who's coming off, positive test for testosterone? Why take the fight? So, he basically said, Timothy Bradley just wants to make good business. He thinks it's very beneficial for him to be in the public eye, coming off the biggest win of his career. And when he gets back into the ring, he wants to give the fans something special, and not a rematch against someone he beat already. Kind of like what Danny Garcia is doing with Eric Morales. He's not really giving the fans something that's a blockbuster fight. So, Bradley continued, he wants to get in the ring as soon as possible, but it has to make sense. He wanted to face Marquez. He wanted to face Guerrero. It's a shame the negotiations fell through, because I think that's a 5-star fight. But, Tim Bradley, he's got a true fighter spirit. He'll take on anybody as long as they're that elite class level that makes sense for him fighting, and it's got to be a decent money fight. So, overall, Bradley insists that it's not about the money, although coming off a Pacquiao win, he's got to be making decent money, right? But to Bradley, it's about good business, making good decisions to improve his marketability and his resonance in the casual fans' public eye, right? So he wants to stay relevant and, really be that next star in boxing. And especially where Top Rank doesn't have too many future stars, They got Nonito Donaire, they're trying to build up Brandon Rios, but they don't have too many future stars. Chavez Jr. just lost, so they don't have that marquee fighter. And I think they want Timothy Bradley to be that guy, but they gotta promote him right. They can't throw him in Miami against Lamont Peterson. That's not how you build stars. So Timothy Bradley understands that, and he turned down that rematch. I think it's a good decision. So for now, it is what it is, guys. Peace out, take care.